God, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Check go.
Check right.
On 1st and 10, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Rock it.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return comes Cobb. That'll be put in the books as a 53. Will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now. This is Johnson. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
He's checking.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Back's mine. Alert. Hustle. 56 to 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Now he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger. First down.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Got it.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Woo! Deuce, 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 deuce. Check, 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 check.
Hey!
Mike, snap.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Come on, set. Head logo.
At the 39-yard line.
Pull it together.
Let's go.
They'll run here with Eckler. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
2 yards leads to 3rd down and 14.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Herbert. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the stick.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Cut.
Throwing again. Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Operating from the gun. Herbert down man, it's complete. Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a toss play to Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
Here we go, set, 30 base.
55. Watch the curl. Mark 55.
Hey, high 7.
3 bud. Check.
Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
From the end zone, Watson. It's complete. Stills. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Better bring it. You better. Hey, 31.
From the 40 now on second down. Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Hey,
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up second down.
set. 19. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now Watson to throw again. Flushed out right. Going for it. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Hey, Sam off. Five.
To throw again. Herbert. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That's going to set him back 5 yards. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Texans 21, Chargers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He'll get this to Eckler. 4 yards the pickup, first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson throwing again. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 2nd down.
This is it. 20. 56. Ready? Out, 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 out. 31. Check, 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 check. 22, check, cover. 22.
Johnson. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. On second and goal, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Houston.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. No. 3 down, 3 down. No. Me. No, check that. 2 right here. You go night. Chance.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Pick me up.
On second and 12, Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Nick Vigil gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch twist. 49.
Running from the gun, Johnson. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
15 more yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Caught by Allen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Eckler down right around the 25. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Herbert looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Badgley able to knock this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
A loss of 12 yards. It's 2nd down.
Then this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You can't block me. Line up, go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
52. It's a party now. It's a 59. Switch. No. Off. Hey, Mike 52.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
24. Shift. Watch the shift.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3, going on the ground with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's now third down and 4.
They come out here in the eye. The Chargers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third and 4.
Alert 3. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Chargers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third and 4. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd and 5. And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handle?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set. 18. Hey, check. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this was about as close to a shutout as you could get. I mean, barring a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing, just the field goal. That's all they gave up.
Yeah, and you know something, they're going to be disappointed because they gave up the field goal. But deep inside, somewhat satisfied as well, because you know how hard it is to keep people from scoring in this league. And the idea that you just gave up 3, yeah, your coaches will get on you. They'll say, we should have had the shutout. but they also will be pretty satisfied with that type of a performance.
So for the Texans, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.